Press OK. Right. How do we do this? I open up Chrome. I go into Gmail. I want to go into Gmail because I want to see that I'm logged into Gmail. Why is that? So that I know I've got a Google account, so that when I go to Blogger, it's going to work. All right. Next thing. When Gmail opens, if you get bored like me, you can open a new tab, and you can go to the little dots over there. Just scroll down till you find Blogger. There she is. Blogger will now open. At this point, you might be asked to log into Blogger. You might be asked stuff about a Google Plus account, or you might end up like me if you create a lot of blogs being given this page. At this point, you need to add a new blog. Where I do that is that arrow there. Scroll down. Right at the bottom in that very difficult place, it says new blog. I click on it. There she comes. You'll get this page. Give it some kind of a title. Paul's. It's not going there. Remember to click your mouse there. Paul's. Sorry, I just need to put in the Paul's. Task 1 and POE. Blog. Nice and descriptive. I know what it's about. Next, I need to give it a web address. At this point, I suggest using your student number. Mine is 1899. I'm going to make mine 18999999. That's what my student number is. I click there. If it gives me a blue tick, it means I can use it. If it's giving a red cross, can't use it. So I'm saying to you, use your student number because it is most likely to be unique. No one will have a student number like you. Okay? Then I say, create blog. It's going to go and create the blog. It will take a little while. Yes. That means you can't use it. What could you do there? You could maybe put a dash in and call it new, or 2018, or something to make it unique. You add a number or two to make it unique. Put anything you choose. So that's what I was saying to you. If your number is not unique, just add a character to it. Pick one, like call it 18001-blog. Or dash VC for varsity college, or dash HCBPP, or dash DISD, or whatever you want to do. Start by using your student number, because you know what I'm going to do when I look for your blog. I will look at your student number and I will guess it, just in case you don't give me the correct submission of your blog address. It's easy for me to figure it out. Now you're at this page. What happens now? At this point, your choices are, for each question, you can create a new post. Okay? And that could be as simple as question 1. Here it comes. You have to always click in the area. So this is going to be my assignment. Task 1, question 1, and this is all about the 9 elements of digital citizenship. Perfect. I've typed in my heading. Now I can publish it. Has it done it? It has indeed, but it's put it. That was when I started typing. It wanted to put my text in there initially. What's next? How to do that? New post. I think maybe just watch my screen for the moment. If you can follow, great. If you can't, watch my screen. Remember, I'm recording the video, so it'll be available to you to watch, to copy. All right. So I've made a new post. What happens now? As I said to you, we need to now go back to that. I need to go to my VC Learn. I'm not going to ICE. I'm now going back to more resources. I'm going back to lecture slides. Over there. I'm going to open this up because this is my questions and I'm going to be doing for question 1. I need to see what it's about. Okay. Takes a little bit of a time to open up. It tells you here what's going to be happening. All questions are answered on the blog. Each question must have a separate page. This is either a separate page or a separate post. A separate post is fine. So if you've got 5 questions, 5 posts. Alright, next thing. You may be required to use other digital assets such as Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We'll discuss that as we go. Dribble identifies 9 elements that make up digital citizenship, encompassing the issue of use, abuse, and technology. Briefly discuss each of the 9 elements. That is a mouthful, but guess what? Student manual. Student manual will open up. It takes a bit of time as well. Sure, this is taking a bit of time. It does open. It's quite big. I think it's about 6 meg, so it's quite a big file to open. So it's just taking a bit of time. It will open. Which brings me to my next point. We have slow internet access in South Africa. Why do we have slow internet access in South Africa? It's called digital access, digital divide. Basically, digital access is how and who has access to technology. Digital divide is who doesn't. And I think in South Africa the majority of people don't. For example, my mom has started a film creating initiative in the township near where she lives. The children who are interested cannot publish videos online because they don't have access to the internet. So they can't sell their projects and make money. Digital divide and access hampers their ability to be employed by themselves. Where do we go to? Well, you just scroll down, and if you look over here, you can see digital citizenship, fluencies, and access. Click on that. It will tell you there are your 9 elements. See? Page 18. Page 19 groups them into a group of 3 each. Quite nice little pictures. You can include that in your answer. Both, in fact. Fluencies we're not doing yet. It then goes into digital access, digital divide. It goes into digital commerce. The manual will discuss digital commerce, digital law, digital rights and responsibilities, and the other 6 that remain, which are, I've forgotten them, but access, digital commerce, digital comms, digital literacy, digital etiquette, digital law, rights and responsibilities, health and wellness, and digital security. So those are your 9 elements. All to be found in the manual, quite easy. You go to your page, you go onto VC Learn and you go to this page over here, you can see them. It's got them all over here. That's digital access, digital literacy, digital comms, digital etiquette, Digital rights and responsibilities, probably digital laws next, yeah. Digital security, and then digital health and wellness. So everything's in the manual that you need to know in order to answer your question. In addition to all that, I've helped you out a little bit. I have a little tool over here how to answer this one over here. So this, hopefully, if it opens up. I don't know how this is going to work if I'm running it open with PowerPoint. Yes. Just to show you, I mean, this is also going on, this will go on VC Learn as well, it will help you. Right. Question 1.1 tells you what to do, the 9 elements. Question 2, question 1.2, digital access and divide, tells you what page is in the manual, gives you a bit of a hint. 1.3, the LinkedIn profile. 2.1, this is what we call a infogram. I will show you a couple of tools to use for that as well. That's a little bit more difficult. Then there's this one, digital footprint. What's that? Back to the manual. Digital footprint is somewhere here. It is in the digital footprint, page 51. That's what it's all about. Why am I going through it so quickly like this? This is 32 lectures condensed into 8. So I've got to go through it quickly and record videos of what I'm doing because I've got to make up time that I don't have. Right. So that's how it all goes. Right, I'm going back to my blogger. That's my question 1. Let's say I publish. How do I do question 2? New post. Question 2. Publish. Etc. However, now I suddenly realized I made a mistake. Damn it. What do I do now? Why have I made a mistake? Well, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 2.1 and 2.2. Not such a big problem. Publish. All posts. Guess what? Edit. 1.1. Easy. What if I want to keep this the same? The flexibility of digital tools is what? What's the main thing that you can see here that is beneficial about using a digital tool? You can make a mistake and go back and change it. Don't be worried, just make a mistake, go back and change it. It's fine. Next one. I want to make this the same. I'm copying it. Right click, copy, update. It will now update. It will probably be correct. Go back to my all. I need to edit this because it's also, I've decided wrong. It's not doing what I want it to. I'm going to paste it. Right click, paste. This is not 1.1. This is 1.2. No problem. What's this one all about? Digital literacy. Is that right? No, I'm wrong. Again, Doesn't matter, I'll just go to the right one. Digital access and divide. This is about Facebook and social capital. I would call this social capital. What is social capital? Simple. We will read it and we will paraphrase it. Another skill I'm going to teach you. Paraphrasing. Social capital, I'm going to look it up in the manual because I'm not sure what it is. I think it's about here. Social capital. There it is. Social capital. What is it? This is a helpful picture. This is what social capital is. So you have to belong to the environment in which you're interacting. By building networks, you have to be able to trust people and platforms. You have to feel what's reciprocity. You know what that means? I give you a copy, you reciprocate and give me a biscuit. So what's that? So it's feeling you can exchange. Reciprocity. Participation means what you're doing now. You're watching me and you're typing on the computer. That's participation. You're on your phone, you're sending me a message in WhatsApp while I'm on the computer. Teaching, that's also participation. Citizen power, that gets bandied around quite a lot. You know, what digital social capital, which is what we're dealing with, does for you, it allows you to participate easily. Think about Twitter. If you don't like what someone says on Twitter, you can challenge them, can't you? Immediately. You don't even have to think about it. You don't even have to go to an editor. You can write a response straight away. But you've got to remember your rights and your responsibilities. If you say something bad on Twitter, what's more than likely going to happen? You'll get flamed. There's got to be some values. Diversity means I'm white, you're black. I think you're Indian. I am actually Zimbabwean, believe it or not. But what I'm saying is, there's a diversity. You've got to respect that. Right? You've got to respect diversity. So that's what social capital does. So it means you can hail an Uber cab. The guy who's born in Zimbabwe is driving a cab. You born in Kamashu, you get in the cab. You shouldn't feel in any way scared. Get in, and you know there's a service being fulfilled. So that's diversity, right? So that's what social capital is. So in that question 1.2, you'll be talking a little bit about social capital, like what it is, how it works. Okay. Next post is, what did we say it was? Where are we? LinkedIn. How to create a LinkedIn profile and how to access it and share it. That's what that is all about. How does one do that? Fairly simple. Well, you don't even have to type it in, because if you look there, there's a link there. Click on it, it'll take you off to LinkedIn. Hopefully, if it works. There it goes, it's going to go off to LinkedIn. I think. Yeah, it's just taking a bit of time, but it will go to LinkedIn. All you do is, LinkedIn is like any social media platform. When you sign up for a social media platform, what is the first thing you need to be able to do? Simple. You need to register. You need to put in an email, normally, and you need to put in a password. Is that what you do on Snapchat? Is that what you do on Instagram? LinkedIn? Facebook? Twitter? WhatsApp? So they're all essentially the same. They want you to register first. Once you've registered for the service, like I have, it's gone off to Firefox, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go back to Chrome, LinkedIn.com. I've already got a username, so I will pretend like I've created an account, sign in with my email and my password, and it takes me off to LinkedIn, right? When you get to LinkedIn, you get a page that looks a little bit like this. It will ask you a host of questions about personalizing, joining interest groups, all that kind of stuff. What they want to know from you here is create an account, follow some groups. Where are the groups? Work, groups, I have a new account, so I don't have a group. I need to discover. Wow, would you look at that? All I want to see on your post is a screenshot of your groups. How do I do a screenshot of groups? Control-Shift print screen is the easiest. Or you can use another tool that I use a lot of called snipping tool. You can just snip it. Where's my snipping tool? Set it to rectangular snip and just jump. Easy. If you're not happy with the grab, just do it again. I like to take the whole of LinkedIn like that, so that I can see that you're on LinkedIn. I can see that it's me over there is an indication that it would be you. So if you just paste this into a post, that's fine. What do I want next from you? Correct. Absolutely fine. What's next? Profile. So you've got to click on me, view profile, and this is for this part of the question. Follow the groups, post the URL to your LinkedIn account. The URL to your LinkedIn account, what is that? It means this. Edit public profile, and you will get something that looks like this. Can you see that over there? www.linkedin.com/in/ and your name. When you create a LinkedIn group, a LinkedIn account for the first time, it will give you a random name which you can change. If your name happens to be Ntokoza, you can change it to that. The numbers and letters that appear, you can change it to Ntokoza. If you happen to want to use the makeup artist, you can put that in there too. If you want to use the Varsity College Netball Champ, guess what? You can use that too. So you can use, this can be, mine is Digital Netizen 0. You can make that anything you want. Or you can leave it as it is. Totally up to you. I make it my name. What is the effect of this? Here, if you copy that, if I copy this, and I paste it into a browser, watch what it does. don't want it to watch. That's junk. It's going to not work. If I put that into my browser, it will take me to my account. That's what it means. It's a public URL. It's actually gone off to a YouTube video. Can you see that? It's taken me off to my account. So it's a public URL. And you understand that. So if yours is www.linkedin.com/in/Ntokoza, it will take you off to your LinkedIn profile. Why they're teaching you that is so when you get into the workplace, or you want to get into the workplace, you can publish a LinkedIn page with a public URL and people can find you to look for you for jobs. It's for employment. That's why it's important. Okay? Break. 15:37.